Born Jamal Stroud on June 18, 1990, in Brooklyn, New York, he was born to Tracy Williams. Being born to a mother addicted to drugs and an absentee father, he was later adopted by his aunt Sadie Bates. Jamal knew at an early age he was different and wanted better for his life. He later attended Allen University in Columbia, South Carolina, where he met his wife, the former Brittany Thompson. He has two sons, Grayson and Carson, and is the CEO and founder of Big Homey, Little Homey mentoring program in Columbia, South Carolina. For the next few moments, you will hear the stories and life of Mr. Jamal Stroud. You're watching The Michael Finkley Show. Hello everybody and welcome to the Michael Finkley Show. I'm Michael Finkley. And so today we have a very special guest, and I would definitely say an awesome friend. We've been knowing each other for many years, and he's been doing some very important, awesome, cool things within the community of Columbia, South Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, please introduce you to the world. Jamal Stroud. Stroud.
And I appreciate you having me here, man.
Yes, sir. Definitely. You're actually my first in-house interview.
Nice.
So thank you for that.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. So Jamal, I know you as the person you are today.
Okay.
We met back at Allen University and
AU.
Okay,
I should have worn my shirt, but it's cool.
Me too. And so, but who is Jamal Stroud? Sum him up in like just a few words. Who is Jamal Stroud?
A few words. Humble, passionate, and determined.
Mm-hmm. Why?
For one, passionate. I'm really passionate. I really care about what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I really care about who I'm involved with, who I'm connected to. Because sometimes if you're not connected to the right source, then you can't go nowhere, you know.
That's
so
true.
It's like you kind of plug something in and the plug is not working, you know. So you want to make sure the source is right. So therefore, I just want to be mindful of that. Passionate, like I said, just excited and happy to be working with you, working with people, just working in general with people and everything. And dedicated. I really want to see the change. I'm not in it for the quote unquote fame or whatever it is and stuff like that. I genuinely want to see people do great and everything. So that's just a little bit about that, you know. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a guest, you know. Hey, I'm happy to be here. So this is cool, man. I see much bigger things in your future as well.
Thank you.
So just don't forget about me when you blow up. You know what I mean? When you on that CNN or ABC or whatever.
My life, y'all. You speaking to my life.
You know, definitely invite me on the show, man. I'm sure I won't be doing too much. You know, just invite me to the show.
Right there. You're right beside me, y'all. Can you see his face? Okay. So take us back, Jamal, to the little boy in New York. You know, tell us about your upbringing and what does that look like?
Okay. Well, I'm trying to give you a vivid image. So therefore, I was born June 18th, 1990. I just looked at my birth certificate here, 1:30 in the afternoon.
Wow.
So I got that, imagery. Coming into unknown world, don't know, didn't ask to be here and everything. So I kind of got stuck in a quote unquote bad situation because my mom was on drugs and alcohol and my father was on drugs and alcohol as well too. So it's like I came into this sunny bright world June 18th. I'm sure it was like 100 degrees that day and coming up into a bad situation. So therefore kind of came behind the 8 ball. Like I said, both parents were addicted to drugs and alcohol. And with that being said, I was left in the hospital as an infant. So therefore, coming into this world alone, behind the 8 ball, lonely, didn't ask to be here, but I'm here on this earth. So therefore, thinking back then, like, man, a little kid like that, what can happen, and everything. But, staying close to God and just kind of keeping my vision clear. And now I'm here today kind of making a change and trying to make an effect on people's lives. So just look how the tables turn. And I always tell people God always gets the glory for the story.
That's it.
And the time that I try to take, the glory for it, that's the time He's gonna bring me back down that ladder and everything. Because when you go up, you can go back down. Especially you can go back down quicker if you really start to get the big head and stuff. And the thing is, people try to pump you up too. But I'm like, whoa, hold the horses now, hold the horses, and everything. Because the time I start to think it's me instead of we or instead of him, that's the time when things start to, hit the fan and everything. So I always want to just stay humble and stay rooted to, to God, and just, stay humble to the people that I work with, and not to get the big head and everything, because it's very easy and stuff,
of course, definitely.
Read the comments, see the accolades, and kind of get caught up and mesmerized in that. But like I said, that's for the birds here or there. Like I said, I don't get no favor for that. I'm just a vessel doing, God's work and everything. So that's just that. But going back to prior to my story, like I said, in foster care, I was a child, getting shipped from home to home and everything. So that comes with a lot of trauma and a lot of bad stress and a lot of bad rep as well too. I'm just a child, just trying to, find a forever home, just trying to find love, But being switched from home to home to home, therefore I kind of grew into, forget about love, or I don't need no family, I could do it by myself and everything.
So when did you realize those feelings? When did you realize that, your parents weren't there and you were in the foster homes and, you craved that love? What age range were you?
I'm sure that craving was always there, but when I started being aware of it, I was about 8 or 9 when I got really aware of, like, man, I'm just going to another home, or I'm just gonna be here for a short stay. I'll be here with another family another time and everything. So around 8 or 9, because all children want to be loved, and they act out, but they still want to be loved. They still need that discipline. They still need that guidance and everything. And I was really lacking that, so I was really wanting that, really yearning for that and everything. So luckily I did get adopted and everything, so that definitely helped out the story as well too, because I could have been just another number out here in this world, breaking the law, doing crimes and all these bad things and stuff, but not to shun on that, but I could have been one way from there, and everything of that nature. So I always want to, thank the people that got me to this place and everything, because I was just one news story away of being like that,
Now, who are those people?
My aunt Sadie from Brooklyn, New York, she actually adopted me and everything. So from there on, she kind of got the ball rolling, and she also got me rooted into the Word, church, Bible study, all of that, prayer, Tuesday night prayer. 2 services on Sunday. I want to be with my friends. I want to be outside. No, you gotta come on now. We going to church. We going to service.
There you go.
Don't let it be communion Sunday. So that really got me. She really planted this seed of having God in my life and letting me know that He comes first before anything. And with that being said, I kind of keep that same principle. Like, okay, none of this could happen if it wasn't for Him, and stuff like that. So I just gotta keep that in my mind and just say, hey, it ain't me, it's Him. He get all the glory. I'm here, and stuff like that. But just definitely keep Him first, and everything else falls in its own place.
Definitely. So with your aunt being that stable person in your life,
right?
What about your siblings?
Right.
What is your relationship like with them?
Right. To be honest, it can be better. To be honest, like no need.
Growing up as well.
Well, growing up, it was only us 3 in the house. It was my younger brother and my older brother. But when I got adopted, they was already in the home already. So therefore, they already was rooted in the family and stuff. So it's kind of like I felt like the black sheep. I'm coming here out of nowhere, like, hey, I got brothers now. So that kind of felt like the black sheep and everything of that nature. And even with that being said, the stigma of being the middle child, it's kind of like you kind of go as your own pace and everything, kind of grow as your own self.
I know you're a middle child. I'm a middle child too. Wow,
yeah. So like my younger brother got the affection and the love and everything because he was younger. Then my older brother got the independency, and then he was acting out as well too. So therefore, it was like, okay, as long as I do my homework and no teacher's call, I'm good. I can watch all the wrestling I want, and everything of that nature. So that's kind of the track I kind of went. And I watched my older brother as he went through life, made some poor decisions. I learned, like, not to do that, because I'm like, if it didn't work for him, surely it ain't gonna work for me. So I kind of made my own lane with that situation. So yeah, so that's how that was. But like present day, my relationship with my brothers are not the best. I wish they can be better. For one, we in two separate states and everything. So my younger brother, I'm trying to cultivate a communication language with him and everything. So we're working on it and stuff. Not no bad blood or nothing like that. Just we just 2-3 different individuals and stuff. So just trying to build up that communication and everything. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So as time went on, you have your aunt, you have your brothers. What was the environment like in which you were living in at the time?
Shout out to Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York. It was very rough. It helped me, I guess, see. It helped me, I guess, see the world at a different pace, because we didn't have the best things growing up. My aunt, she did her best to provide for 3 boys, and that's hectic, and everything. Just as a father now, providing for 2, I'm like, oh Lord, I'm getting stretched thin, So imagine providing for 3 boys and everything. Yeah. So it wasn't the best, but we had each other at the end of the day. Like I said, in the neighborhood, crimes, of course, was very high. Poverty was very high. Welfare, people getting those food stamps and everything. Not to shun on that as well, that's part of the culture and everything. But I knew growing up, I wanted a better life. I wanted something different, and everything. In my neighborhood, it's either you play basketball or you sold drugs. That was the only 2 options. And I was okay at basketball, but I wasn't the best. I wasn't going to no pros or nothing like that. And I know I wasn't trying to sell no drugs, because I seen the outcome and everything. Because fast money, it ends very, very quickly. And growing up as teenagers, like a lot of my friends pursued that lifestyle and everything. So it was like, hey, they doing it. It ain't working for them. Let me just kind of make my own lane. So it's kind of a lot of trial and error, watching people. And if they fail, I'm kind of going to roll through and stuff. So I'm glad, I didn't go down that other track, because I would have never reached my potential. I still didn't reach my full potential, but I would have never been in this stage right now talking to, Michael Finkley right now and everything, So look how the tables turn, Yeah. So it's just really, really wonderful experience, just being here, just being able to reflect back on my past life and my previous childhood and everything. But like I said, the life was very, very tough. Very, very rigid, and my aunt, she did her best to kind of scare us straight and everything. My older brother, he was more rebellious. Then my younger brother was kind of, he could do whatever he wanted because he was the baby. But I was kind of in that middle lane, so I was kind of the, oh man, what she say goes, that's final, and everything of that nature. So therefore I kind of stayed on that fine line. I did act up, and everything. Not to say I'm perfect or nothing, but but with her, it was like, oh man, she done scared me. Let me make sure I do right, make sure I do this right and everything. So that's how that went and everything. So yeah.
So your aunt kept you grounded?
Yes. It wasn't always the effective way or the healthy way or the smart way, but she got her point across.
Right.
Not trying to incriminate nobody, but yeah. So that's how that.
Now it would be criminal. Back then it was called discipline.
Right. So times change.
Of course. Yeah. So let's fast forward a little bit. So you talk about your aunt and your upbringing and molding you and shaping you to the person. Yes. What kept you just dreaming? You know that it was a better life out there for you. You know there was something greater out there for you. Right. But what kept you going to push towards that goal?
Right. Funny thing you say, because I was just thinking about that before. I had a few mentors, a few guys that I really looked up to that went to my church. One is Dwayne and one is Jerry. Those 2 guys, I got kind of in contact with them around like 13, 14-ish, that range. So just kind of hanging with them there, take me to go play basketball, take me to the movies or something like that. Just spend that quality time. And that was kind of the first real time I was around an actual male and everything and stuff. Because even growing up, like my teacher was all females and stuff. And then being in a female home and now going to church, I wasn't really active in church. I was usher board, but it's all females on usher board and stuff, and everything. So with those 2 guys really taking their time out and pouring into me, just letting me know, hey, it's something bigger than Coney Island. They'd take me out to the city. They'd take me go play different basketball tournaments. Even though I wasn't good, they still pour into me and talk to me and just motivate me and stuff and just kind of show me, hey, it's bigger things than just here in Coney Island, and stuff. So therefore, with that being said, looking now back on it, like they was really trying to, get the best out of me and just letting me know the world is much bigger than just these four walls or this little area right here, or this neighborhood and stuff. So they really helped me to really dream and, try to make it a reality and everything. And I always tell this story as well too. Didn't know what college was at all because the schools that I went to, they didn't promote college or nothing like that. So it was just like, hey, you get a high school diploma and you just kind of go work or something like that or stuff. So I didn't know if it was like a 13th grade, 14th grade. I didn't know nothing. Like, I didn't know about no college stuff and nothing.
I got you.
So there.
But awesome segue though. Hold that thought, Jamal.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Coming up, more with Jamal Stroud. On the next Michael Finkley, wife, college, and professional basketball hopeful. Then all of a sudden, car accident. Darius Cosby tells us his story and how he is truly still living a blessed life on the next Michael Finkley.
Hello everybody, welcome back. It's chatting with Jamal Stroud over here, and he was talking about his perspective with the ideals of college, family, marriage, business, and we left with the idea of him going to college and him not even having the tools needed to go to college. And what was that like for you?
Like I said, I didn't know what to expect. I thought you just go to a school and that's it, like just pull up and you go in and you enroll and stuff. But it was much, much deeper than that. But what happened was I received a whole bunch of letters that I didn't even know that I got accepted to. I didn't even know that I filled out for them and stuff. But a lot of stuff was with track and field as well, and a lot of stuff was the grades that I had as well too. So it was one school that wrote me. I got baptized that Sunday. It was end of June. Got baptized that Sunday. I'm like, okay, cool. Then got a letter in the mail and they said, are you still interested in attending our school? So it was a school in Miami. I'm like, Miami, Florida. Like, you sure? Me? Like, you sure? And then the thing was, like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was planning on working somewhere and trying to get a job and all of that stuff. But the tables turned again just in that 1 week. I'm like, oh boy, okay. So my aunt, like I said, my aunt Sadie got me a flight to Florida. First time on a plane. Didn't know where I was going.
How old were you?
I think I just turned 18.
Oh, wow.
So first time for all of that stuff. So I'm like, man, what's a plane? Oh, I knew what a plane was, but I didn't know, like, understand it and stuff. I'm like, man, how I'm gonna do this, So got with the school picked me up from the airport, and they walked me through the whole FAFSA process and everything. So I was enrolled. So it was a roller coaster because the school, now looking back on it, it was very expensive. And I only was there for 2 semesters before I switched to Allen. Man, it was very, very expensive. To look back at it now, I'm like, man, they was making a killing, because it was our freshman class had to be like 2,000 people. So I'm like doing the math, like, man, this school is making money
on top of the others.
Yeah. So that's how that was. But it was just definitely a roller coaster and a new whole experience. I was in a whole foreign land. I was in Miami, Florida. From New York City, I'm like, man, this is a whole different walk, a whole different lifestyle and everything. But a good thing that came out of that, I met one of my best friends there, Troy. He was actually one of my groomsmen in my wedding. And so we still tight to this day. So like I said, with that, there's a lot of trials and tribulations at that school as well too. Went through some ups and downs. One of my track teammates, I ran track there, he committed suicide on campus. Wow. It was very, very, it was tough. Like that year was just real weird and stuff, because I was just working out with him like 2 days ago, and next thing you know, he jumped off off the roofs. And I'm sorry if I'm getting so graphic and everything. He jumped off the roof.
This is your story.
And splat all over the place, and all you see is his running shoes on the ground. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Wow. So that was my first year in college. I'm like, jeez, this is crazy, you know. But definitely, you know, kind of kept it going and stuff. But like I said, I met one of my good friends, one of my best friends and everything. I call him my brother as well. And that was a wonderful, wonderful situation. Meeting him, he was my roommate as well too. He was an upperclassman, so he was kind of showing me the ropes and making sure I stay on top of going to class, you know, balancing social life and still doing my work and going to practice. So he was a really great extension for me to have for those 2 semesters that I was there. And then we had some other unfortunate events that came up. We had 3. It was another roommate. So we went to event that weekend, so stole all of our stuff out the room. And you know, it was good. We had the refunds that week before, so you know, we had the TV.
I know.
We had the laptop, because that was my first time ever seen a check like that. I'm like, what's a refund? I didn't even have a bank account. Yeah, one of my track teammates took me to Bank of America to get a bank account. So I'm like, man, I didn't know what a refund was.
Crazy.
But yeah,
but you liked it.
Yeah, I love that feeling. Man, that was my first. I'm like, they give you this, because the way it was, if you didn't use your book money and stuff, you would get that back as well. So I didn't use my book money. So I was
no books from.
Yeah, well, I needed the books. I should have got the books, but I'm like, hey, got that refund.
Wow.
But like I said, that was a bad situation with the whole stealing and stuff like that. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't return back to that school, because they didn't want to reimburse me on anything back, and I had all my receipts, serial numbers, and everything, because we just balled out the week before and everything. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't return back to that school, and I don't want to name the school and everything, just because. But that was a unfortunate time. But things happen. You go up and down, up and down. It's all about how you bounce back, and that resiliency and everything. And then, that next year made it a great old Allen.
Way to Columbia, South Carolina.
Woo.
The Allen University, where we teach the mind to think, the hands to work, and the heart to love. Yes. So how was that transition from Florida to South Carolina?
Man, it was hard. Truthfully, it was hard. Didn't know what Allen was, didn't know where Allen was. The track coach from my school, my previous school, knew the track coach that was at Allen. Allen was just starting a track and field team. So yeah, he was like, he called me, and then we chopped it up on the phone. I'm like, okay, where is it? He was like, Columbia, like South Carolina. I'm like, whoa, the South, like the real South.
The real South.
I'm like, oh, boy, I don't think I'm ready for that, But to think back now, it was a gift in disguise. And I say that, I'm gonna tell you more about that later. But my first day that I came to South Carolina, I felt it was like the hottest day ever. I was looking out my window. I could see
in January.
I see the heat coming off the ground. I'm like, I never saw that before.
Humidity's real.
Man, and I told my coach, every week, I was like, yeah, I gotta go. Like, this ain't for me. This not for me. He was like, man, give it one more week. Give it one more week. So they're just going to class, meeting people, meeting my track teammates and everything. So just kind of, building that up. And I was like, okay, I might as well stay. I'm here now. I didn't want to transfer because I lost a boatload of credits anyway. But that's the transfer game. You got to watch out for the transfer game. So I just hey, let me just stick it out. And I stuck it out. Made a lot of great friends. Made a lot of great family members as well too. And it was, like I said, it was a gift in disguise and everything.
But while you were at Allen University, you met this young lady.
Yes.
That caught your eye.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yes. I met my lovely wife, Brittany. That was my senior year and everything. So we just kind of, I was chasing her and everything, the first 2 times it didn't go too well and everything. So the third time she just gave in, I guess. So I was kind of persistent and everything. So yeah, so that's where I met my wife, and we made 2 lovely kids. Grayson and Carson, so that's wonderful. We took our wedding pictures at Allen and everything, so that was kind of pretty cool and everything. Like I said, if I would have never came here, if I would have left, I would have missed that opportunity and everything to have a lovely family and stuff. So it was a wonderful, wonderful situation.
Okay, hold that thought, Jamal. We'll be right back.
The Finkley Experience is an education and consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. We assist parents and their students with the college process. We train school administrators, and we also partner with colleges and universities to assist with their first-generation population. To learn more about our consulting firm and to purchase our book and workbook, please visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com.
Hello, welcome back. We're still chatting with Jamal Stroud, and I'm learning a lot about my brother that I didn't know. I thought I knew a lot about you. I'm learning even more about you doing this chat. So let's talk about your business. You know, you went to college, you graduated with your bachelor's in
Social science.
Social science.
The greatest program ever.
Okay. Okay. I guess it's number 2. English is number 1. Okay. So let's talk about your business, and it kind of goes into this perspective of what you were talking about earlier, that you had mentors when you were in New York, and they kind of grounded you into the person, kind of led you into the right direction of college and moving and opening your eyes to a bigger horizon. Right. So let's talk about Big Homey, Little Homey. Okay. You know, what is it? Okay.
Big Homey, Little Homey in a nutshell is a mentoring program where we work with at-risk boys who are in single-parent homes, and we work with the ages of 6 to 16, and we're just basically just building up that character in them, just letting them know that they're somebody, that they can be anybody who they want to be, just building up that morale and just building up that spirit, building up that man, and just letting them know that we're here for you, building up that confidence, that self-confidence, that self-love as well too, because that's a lot of things that can be forgotten, self-love. A lot of people don't love themselves, and I always beg the question of how can you love others but if you can't love yourself, so we definitely work on that as well too. So that's just us in a nutshell. We do a lot of fun, cool things within the community, but our main goal is to really just to build up that child and let them know that they have a support team, they have a whole group of men behind them that care about them, love them, and want to see them do the best. So just trying to pull the best potential out of them.
Gotcha. And I definitely can say that this is a very rewarding experience as a mentor, because I'm one. Yes. I've been with you since
the beginning.
The
beginning, sitting on Allen's stage, like you was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get down." I'm like, "All right, let's make this happen." That was literally like groundwork building.
It was. Oh my gosh. It was something. I mean, we only had maybe 30 boys back then. But now we're up to
200 plus.
Yeah, and with how many mentors?
Over 40.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a wonderful, wonderful thing, and it's like you said, very rewarding. And I'm just blessed I just feel blessed just to be able to do this mission. And I always tell people it's not me, it's the team. I can't get no credit for it and stuff because I couldn't do it by myself. I get burnt out. But with all the guys that God brought me together with, it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. So thank you to all the big homies out there. Thank you to all the supporters out there as well too, that support us financially, just support us such as sharing posts and just getting our messages out there and speaking a good name about our program. So that's just a wonderful thing. Like I said, it's not me, it's the team. It's no I in team and everything. So it's just amazing how God, switched the table of me coming in the world alone, now I got 40 guys that I could genuinely call my brother, and we are truly making a wonderful change in the community in a positive, effective way that others can truly see. So it's just crazy how, you know, my story started in chapter 1, now we on chapter 7 and stuff, and the story is still being written.
Still going. Yeah, definitely. But I am going to brag on you a little while, but you're going to brag on yourself. Because Jamal, he is so humble, and he is just a team player, you know, him being the founder and the CEO of the program, but he is just so, you would never know unless you ask him. But what are some of the rewards that you've received and some of the different partnerships that you have as well?
Some of the partnerships we have is Richland County Sheriff's Department. We have Binding Ties. We have the Finkley Experience. The list goes on and on and on. We have Lloyd Powell, Allstate. Like I said, the list goes on and on and on. So if I'm missing anybody, please don't write no bad comments in the comment section.
You will not.
So definitely, everybody we know love you and everything. And also, if you are interested in being one of our partners, we definitely would love that too. So you could drop that in the comments as well below. Drop the comments, you know. So we have that. Some of the awards that I like to say we won. We won Humanitarian of the Year 2 times in 2019.
Who does that?
So that's
who does that?
Pretty cool. We did. And we won many other awards. The list goes on and on. But like I tell people, it's really not about the accolades. It's about the consistency. It's about the dedication. It's about the genuineness that we have. Because a lot of times we can get caught up in saying, hey, we won this, we won that. Have you won it? But, you know, we're really losing our mind or losing our mission to our mentoring. So our main goal is just to kind of be locked in and, you know, work through these kinks of, you know, working with these teens and working with these younger kids, and just kind of keep our mission complete and just want to give back and help everybody else out. And a lot of times, you know, we may not be able to see the rewards and everything. It's just like a analogy I like to say. You may plant the flower, you may put the seeds in and stuff, and then by the time I come, the flower is sprouted a little bit. I put a little bit of water on it, but I'm putting a lot of water in it, and it's still not growing to what I want to see. But later down the line, it's going to grow into that beautiful rose and everything. So that's just basically kind of the concept that we're working with.
Gotcha. Definitely. I love it. And how can they look for us on social media?
Oh, lovely. We are very active on social media. We have about 2 to 3 people running the social media page. It's very accurate. But they can reach out to us on Facebook and Instagram under Big Homey, Little Homey, and that's BIGHOMIE space little LIL, and then Homey again, HOMIE. So you can find us on there. And if you want to send us an email as well too, you can reach out to us on Gmail. You could go under Big Homey, Little Homey 2017 at gmail.com. And I'm sure somebody will be waiting for your email. And we definitely love to interact with emails as well too. So we're all over social media. And you can also Google us as well too. Google the program, and you can kind of see our backstory and our history and our longevity of what we're doing. We're not just doing this for a phase or something like that. We're here for the long haul, through the good and through the bad, and we're here just to kind of make our community better, because if we don't care about our community, who else will? So I just definitely want to take that initiative and run with it and try to make it best as possible. And like I said, I can't do it alone. He can't do it alone. We come together, we make it happen together, and we make things happen and keep God first, and everything else will fall in place.
That's it.
That's it, you know? That's it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And I've seen Jamal, when we have our different events for the mentoring program, his boys are always there. If they're either he has both of them or one of them, they're always there, Carson and Grayson. And I was privileged enough to be there for both of them while they were born, and you know, just going on trips with them and you know, things like that, right? It has been a blast. So talk about your boys. I know that they are the world to you, and especially from what we've learned about your story thus far, growing up without a father. You know, what are some things that you're doing that your father didn't do for you?
Right. To talk about my boys, I'm gonna answer that last question as well too. I'm just thankful that I have, children. It's a wonderful experience. Fatherhood I'm still in the beginning stages, but I'm loving it every day. And just being there, just seeing them from crawling to walking to talking is just an amazing situation. It's like, man, this is for real, And I always want to be in my child's life, no matter what happens, I just always want to be there for them and just kind of show them that there's better things in life. And I always want to give them a better life than I ever had, that I could ever imagine. I want them to have whatever, but at the same time, I still want them to have the idea of working hard, working diligent, being honest and everything. So just kind of making them work hard and everything as well too. It's not just handed to you because I didn't have it. I want to give it out, but I still want to create that for them as well too. So it's just an amazing thing, and fatherhood is just so cool.
On the next Michael Finkley, wife, college, and professional basketball hopeful. Then all of a sudden, car accident. Darius Cosby tells us his story and how he is truly still living a blessed life on the next Michael Finkley.
Hello, welcome back again. Still chatting with Jamal Stroud. Again, I am enjoying this time with you, bro. I really am. So, final words. Like, how would you give advice to someone that you're not even 30 yet, and you've accomplished so much in your life? You have a family, you have kids, you have a business. So, how would you advise someone that is looking to kind of fulfill what you've done, where you are right now, as a family man, as a businessman, as a father right now?
Okay. What I would say, love yourself, love others, take your time doing certain decisions, because people may pressure you into something else, pressure you into something that you may not want or you may not feel comfortable doing. So just take your time making a decision. Watch what you put on social media as well too. That's a whole nother segment, a whole nother spin-off show as well too. But yeah, definitely watch what you put on social media, because a lot of people see that, they can run with it, and that could kind of change their perspective of you and everything. So now, no matter if things are really dark for you, still try to be positive. And I try to always look at it as the glass half full instead of half empty. So just being, optimistic, that kind of changes a lot, and just kind of living to see that next brighter day. So if I just kind of summed it up, it's just basically being optimistic, always speaking positive things. I try to distance myself from people that speaking negative things, because I don't need that to rub off on me. So just always positive things. No matter, I could have $2 in my pocket, I'm still gonna speak that positive thing, because if you keep on speaking it, you're gonna see it. And if you don't see it, you need to start visualize it, or try to smell it, or try to feel it, or something, to kind of change it up and everything. So just basically stay positive, keep the positive thoughts, and when it gets dark, stay close to God, and everything else will fall in its place.
I love it. I love it. Words to live by. Definitely words to live by. Mr. Jamal Stroud, everybody. I tell you, this is my brother. I love him to death. We text constantly.
Right.
I'm having a bad day. I'm like, listen, bro. He having like, listen, bro. We're there for one another. And that's what it's definitely all about.
And that prayer too now.
Oh, yeah. We can't forget about that. Oh, man. Wow. Yes, sir.